Hey guys, just wanted to make a quick, really quick video on some of the stuff that's in front of me, and everybody's been talking about terrain lately, so I thought I'd throw in a few things here. Let me see. For one thing, I was talking about hedges with tabletop, among other things, and this is the kind of hedges I made for 15mm scale games, and they're just your standard hedges. They're not your big bocage hedgerows, those big ones. These are the standard ones you'd see around houses and along roads, typical hedges, and they're for 15mm. But basically they were really easy to make. What I used was kind of like this thick foam board. See, it's card on the bottom and there's actually card on the top. It's like a sandwich, and in the middle is all this foam. So what I did is I peeled off the top layer of foam or board and started sculpting the shape of the hedge in the foam. I really went at it there. Then when it was all said and done, I took a couple of these popsicle sticks and I glued them together at the bottom for a base. So it looks like this. I actually put card on the bottom of the popsicle sticks. So I took card and I took the popsicle sticks and glued them onto the card, and I got a nice squared edge on both sides of the popsicle sticks. And, well, almost square. It's kind of rounded so you can get corners going on with your hedges. And then I just glued this on top, and the final result was just flocking the hedge. So it looks alright. They look pretty good, and you can line them up any way you want, whatever. But they worked out pretty good, nice and quick. Another thing I did is I like to use matches. The wooden matches, I'm sure everybody knows this. The little square ones, man. You can get some really nice looking fences with that. I mean, that's all it is. It's just matches. Broke apart and put on a base. And flocked. Really simple and easy. And then we got these walls. I made these in 28mm and 15. These are the 15mm ones. But all this is, what I did, is I used these popsicle sticks once again. I used one for the base, like that, you can see. Just one for the base, and I took a second one for the wall. I basically glued that on the top of it, like that, and got something like this. Painted it and flocked it, textured it. I capped them with little pieces of card. You can see the little bricks on the top. That's just card. I made a little corner bend right there, so I could kind of attach multiple pieces together. And it looked like that. It's pretty neat. And the wall itself has got little pieces of cardboard stuck on it, kind of like the bricks are sticking out of the wall. You can see them there, like right here. That's just card. And I textured it with filler mixed with some grit, sand or something, and then I painted that, dry brushed it, based it. But I made these in 28mm, and when I made them in 28mm I used foam mounting board, like Tabletop is using currently for his walls on his building. And you can make little individual bricks out of that, like if you were going to show a ruined section. It's pretty cool. I made these out of popsicle sticks. I mean, God, I never think of that. And just a little update on people. If you want a really good piece of flocking, maybe leaves or sticks or something, you know what you want to use? Go through your cabinet of herbs and spices. Now this, dillweed, that kind of stinks. I don't like that. And you got some basil here. I mean, it's got good texturing and stuff. Poured some out. There's some basil. I don't know if you could see that too well, but it's got some nice texture. It looks like leaves and sticks and stuff. And I find oregano actually works superb. And let's see, another thing I did, I get a lot of questions about this little piece right here of ruins. I mean, this is probably the quickest way to make ruins ever in existence. I mean, that piece looks pretty good. Walls and everything, little pieces on the ground. All that is this, folks. That's all it is. It's just foam board, broke apart, snapped to make little walls, and textured and so on and so forth. So you want to make quick ruins, there you go. Just grab yourself some packing foam and go at it. Throw it on a base. And I just wanted to point out one more thing. Well, not point out, but show you guys something that I just found, which is classic in my book. And this is still dusty. It's been through a fire. And these are the first buildings I ever made in my life. And they were American Civil War buildings in 15 millimeter. And I made these, God, this is going back to the 80s. I think that was the roof to it. And you can see I actually did all the shingles on the roof. It's got a chimney and everything. These didn't actually come off, but it has come off. You can see the damage and age on these things. My God. And fortunately, I took a bit of a mauling over the years. This one right here, God. Windows, chimney, little porch. And what I did is I went through a catalog. I don't forget the company, but they made 15 millimeter buildings. And what I did is I just converted them to scale, looked at the pictures that they had, and just made them. Made exactly what they were showing. I did it all out of card. There's some Cyaclay, that's basically paper mache. Did that for the chimneys and the tops of the roof. And I still have one that's still kind of intact. And look at that. There's actually names for these buildings. This was the Dunker Church in the Battle of Gettysburg. You can see my base there, dog biscuits. Ah, the things you can use. But there it is. That's the first buildings I ever made in my life. God, I'm amazed I still have them. Alright, that's a nice little treasure I found. So yeah, I just wanted to show you some of this stuff. I kind of had it in front of me and got in the mood to talk about some of this stuff. I love these little walls. So yeah, popsicle sticks, card. There you go, nice and solid. Flames of War, there you go. Let me put one down on the table here next to some of my Flemish spearmen. Kind of nifty. Alright guys, yeah, that's what I did. Oh, I got one more piece here. This looks pretty good. It's basically a little field of crops. It's just felt. I put little dabs of white glue all over the place and just sprinkled it with green flock, and then I highlighted the green flock clumps with some bright green. So it's kind of a little cabbage field. It's pretty neat. Pretty easy to make. There you go. You just surround that with some lichen or something, and there's your little plowed field. There you go. But it turned out pretty good. So, alright, there's my little 2 cents of terrain stuff since I got it in front of me. And yeah, save your toothpicks and popsicle sticks, folks. They are useful. Okay, talk to you later, guys.